Welcome to our communication workshop, which is the first one, I think, for quite a few terms. We think that this workshop is very necessary for all of us, especially the membership and external department, so that we can coordinate with the Communication Commission more efficiently and effectively in the future for our future events. So let's first discuss the content. Oh, by the way, I'm Isabelle. I'm the Internal Councilor. It's nice to meet you all again. For today, we'll discuss mainly two things. First is Commcomms 101 and then the News Factory, which will be explained by Ao. She'll be explaining the difference between these two and what the process is for both of these systems. And then the second point that we'll discuss for today is the IFSA delegations and meeting social media reporting guidelines, which is a new guideline that our social media subcommission has written. So we want to hear your thoughts and opinions on these guidelines so we can improve it and hopefully formalize it or finalize it by interim. So we'll have breakout rooms for that. So expect a bit of socializing later. We'll have jam boards, and then picture time also. We'll take a picture before the breakout rooms. So now let's start with the first point, which is Commcomms 101 and News Factory by Ao, the head of Communication Commission. So Ao, you have the floor.
Hi everyone, how are you guys today?
Hi, Yao. Nice to see you. I hope your brother is and
Yeah,
will recover.
thank you. So let's just go straight to the Commcomms 101. It's gonna be quite a lot. Firstly, I want to introduce you first to all the teams in Commcomms. It's me, of course, the first one, the head of Commcomms. The second one, we have Josefa as the Communication Commissioner. The next one, we have Kyle. Is Kyle here? He is the social media subcommission head. And the next one is we have Yeji as the head of publication. We have Karen as the head of Discord and Mert as the commissioner for Discord. And we have Emmanuel as the head of podcasts. And last but not least, we have Elu as the head of Treehouse. So we still have two vacant positions, which is the design and web subcommissions. So if you we currently have one applicant for design and still in interview process. So if you know someone that interested to be the next head of web, you can just encourage them to apply soon because we need it soon. We have a lot of things to do with the web. So next, Bell. Okay. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 point in the Commcomms 101. Maybe you already received email maybe a couple weeks ago from me about the Commcomms 101. It includes these 7 points from the design subcommissions, from the publication, social media, and web subcommission. The first one is a design request from the design subcommissions. So if you guys need help with the design, maybe like for an event, maybe for, I don't know, for a random post from your subcommissions, even maybe for like a coffee hour for membership department, even like that. You can just email the head of designs and with details needed, of course, like the name, the expected finish date, and example of the designs is very much welcome, since we also need like reference for the design. And always don't forget to CC the head of Commcomms, the internal controller, any related parties. And don't forget to ask for this request a couple days before, maybe like 3 days or 5 days before the deadline, because it's gonna take a time to, for us to do the request. Next one. So we also have this news factory that we publish the newsletter, all the news in IFSA through the newsletter, the website, and the social media. Maybe next, Bell. So you can submit your news via web. You can just go to the homepage and pick the Get Involved menu, and there you can find the IFSA News Factory. Next. So it's gonna be like look like this with the submit news. So you can just press that. It's gonna take you to like a G form, and you can fill that with your any request. Like you can be like specific for social media, or for just the web, or just for the newsletter. You can choose there. Next. This is our new G form. It's a new our 3.0 News Factory G form. And currently we have also the LC monthly project. And I'm not sure how to explain this. Maybe Simon will explain it later. It's from the membership department. We add this in also in News Factory. So we're gonna have like a monthly award for the LC project that is submitted through this form. Next one. So if you can, sometimes there's an error maybe, or you can like open the G form, you can just email us to, of course, the head of social media with details needed, even name, date and time, captions. Captions is really important. And if you like have hashtag or that is needed, or you want to like take the sponsor or the like related parties in the post, you can just tell us too. And always don't forget to CC related parties. Next one. So the last 4 is all managed by the web subcommissions. That's why we really need the head of web soon, because currently me and Simone is taking care of the web right now, and it's quite a lot. It's quite overwhelming. Next, Bell. The first one is the IFSA mail account for new officials or commissioners. So if you have like a new commissioner, or if they're gonna be like new officials, you have to contact the head of web, or you can contact me too, and so we can process the new mail account like as soon as possible. So you have also to fill this information collections form. I think I already sent it to you all. If you haven't filled it, please fill it soon. So you have your own picture in our website. So it's not gonna be like just IFSA logo. Okay, next one. is IFSA Zoom platform. For those who don't know, you can use our Zoom, IFSA Zoom account, Zoom. So you can like borrow the Zoom room for maybe your LCs even. Maybe you want to do like a subcommissions meetings. You want to do a meeting with your LCs, and you want to, as long as it's for IFSA, you can borrow the Zoom platform. You just need to mail to the head of web, and of course details for the name event, the end time, the duration, etc. You can just write it there. So wait, Bell, for the previous. Okay. Usually me or Simon or Bell sometimes will open the room, and it's gonna be like 15 or 30 minutes earlier before. Then usually like we open the room, and then the host or the replacement host, we will pass the host to the replacement host, and we just gonna leave the room, and you can have the Zoom room for your maybe like private conversation with your LC. So don't hesitate to borrow our Zoom platform. Next one, if you like want to upload new video to YouTube, maybe like a new learning video, maybe like I don't know, if you want to post after even video, like maybe after COP you want to do a delegate video and you want to upload it, share it with other IFSA members, you can ask us to upload it to IFSA YouTube. And if you have to send us the thumbnails, the playlist you want to add, and the credit if it's needed, and the video file, of course. And yeah, we also have a YouTube management log document if you have like suggestions for IFSA YouTube account. Maybe you can I'll send the link through the Commcomms 101 after this. Next one. This is our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel. Like right now, please subscribe. We have a lot of videos there, and I'm sure we're gonna have like more subscriber. Maybe 1,000 after this term. Yeah. I hope you can like invite your friends in your LCs to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next one. This is the example for the playlist. That's why you have to send us the thumbnail, the details of the playlist, so that it's gonna look nice like this with all the designs, the good designs. And yeah, look at that handsome man. So if you don't have the thumbnails ready, you can just request to the head of design to help you with that, of course. Next one. Okay, the last one is in the current Commcomms 101, we have also donate a picture. You can donate all your picture they're all just sitting in your hard disk maybe, or your gallery, maybe like a photo from any event of IFSA, your random pic of tree somewhere, your random pics of bird somewhere. And if you like want to, you can donate it to IFSA, and we can use it as maybe like sometimes the background of our designs, sometimes the thumbnail for some events, some YouTube videos, and all the pictures that are donated will be created, curated by the head of web and the head of designs. Next one. Okay, for Discord, it's not currently in Commcomms 1.1 yet, not yet, but we're gonna add it soon, and we're planning to send the Commcomms 1.1 document like monthly to you all, so you're not forgetting how to do a request to Commcomms. So you can you can create a new channel or create a role. You can request to do that to our head of Discord. Is she here, Karen? Okay, because she told me that she can explain some.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you want to explain it yourself, Karen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Karen. I'm actually the head of Discord subcommission. And if you are a create channel in Discord, you send me a request with these things like if you need a create public channel, you send me the channel name. Do you need a voice or text channel? And voice channel name and text channel, a private or public channel. In case of being private, you send me username of the participants in Discord and username of the admin. And if you request a role, you send me a name of role and username of the participants of this role. The next one, please. Okay. If you need an event or create event like I don't remember like coffee hour or the I don't remember the name of the event we made. Okay, the next I say you. Okay, if you no other, it's a monthly event, but I don't remember
Cultural
name.
Day? Is it Cultural Day?
Yes, thank you, Bel. Cultural Day, like cultural days. Thank you, Bel. If you send me a channel where you want it to be post, title this event, description, time zone is very important, date, start time, duration of the event. Recurring event is like never, daily, weekly, weekdays, specific days. And mentions if you want to mention any role. Yes, normally Kyle send me all the mention any all roles. So this is, and the next one, please. And this is a reminder because I'll a few days send me a message if she wants create well add a new language is Indonesian language, and I reminder I remember at the least 3 LCs within IFSA that speak it. I add this new language and on Discord. So if your language is not shown in the assigner, so you send me a message for I add this language. And reminder, all requests must be sent to Discord IFSA mail. And with copy, and Karen Gomez and Mer S. Welcome, Mercan, and all CC and internal councilor. And this is all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Karen. So the next one is there's some important things to consider when you request for the Commcomms 101. The first one, of course, write the appropriate email subject title, so we can like just know directly from the subject what is your request about. Next one, send all the specific details for the request, even the smaller one, because sometimes it is important, especially for designs. Next one, keep the working time in mind. Usually it's between like 3 until 7 days. We cannot do, and we have the right to say no to like sudden requests. For example, you want us to do a design for tomorrow. We cannot do that because we also have a personal life. We also have works. We also want to like, we're not like awake 24/7. So we have you have to know that we can do it only 3 until 7 days before the deadline. And it's nice sometimes to have a feedback. You can just send us any feedback. Maybe you want a revision with this design. You want maybe you want some maybe sometimes you want to have a change in something that we already post. It's okay, as long as it's not like so sudden, as I said before. The last one is don't forget to like CC everyone, especially me and Belle. Next slide. So what is the difference between News Factory and Commcomms 101? Basically, for like the easy part, the Commcomms 101 will contains all the subcommissions in Commcomms. Currently it's not yet, but it will be. And the News Factory is only the media part of IFSA, like the newsletter, the web, and social media. But in Commcomms, you can find the Commcomms 101. You can find the information like for the request a design, request a Zoom room, Discord, etc. Next one.
Yeah, and also I'd like to add that Commcomms 101 is mainly for IFSA officials like us, while News Factory is available for all IFSA members and also non-IFSA members. So that's one of the main differences.
Yeah, this makes life a lot easier. Include the captions when submitting to a News Factory, because sometimes we since there's a lot of requests, sometimes we also don't have the time to make all the captions from start. So it's gonna help us a lot if you already prepare the captions that we can post through the social media. And of course, scan for typos, missing punctuations, etc. before you submit the news and before you submit the document. So we have a lot of easier tasks, but we still review your documents before posting. And next one, add your favorite hashtags, or maybe text someone to tag any account, maybe like Instagram account or Twitter account you want to tag. Don't forget to tell us. and yeah, get in touch with the responsible head of subcommissions in time earlier. I think that's all for Commcomms, I think. Yeah, Belle? Okay.
Thank you, Al, for that very comprehensive. So, do you guys have any questions for Al or maybe for the other head of subcommissions here? Okay, or maybe we can just ask later. So for now, we'll discuss the IFSA delegations and meetings, social media reporting guidelines. Like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of delegations and IFSA meetings to attend to. Now we have COP27, and in the next few months, we'll have our regional meetings. So these guidelines will serve as, of course, a guide for us to know who, for example, who to reach out to when we want to do social media reporting, what things we should prepare for upon doing social media reporting. If you guys aren't familiar with what social media reporting is, it's basically posting on social media the maybe R2R updates that we have during meetings and delegations. And I think if you check our Instagram, we have there are highlights during other delegations such as COFO, IFSS, and World Forestry Congress. You can see examples there of what we did when we did social media reporting. And then these guidelines are divided into three parts. First is the pre-event or delegation, during event or delegation, and then post-event or delegation. So so that our communication between external and membership and then communication commission would be more organized and efficient. So first, we'll discuss the pre-event or delegation. So the first thing that you should do is contact the head of social media commission to talk to them about when you're available to do the post, because from experience, like during delegations, we barely have time to post on social media because everything is so busy. So you should let the head of social media subcommission know when you'll be available. And then also the second part that you should or the second thing that you should talk to them about is the social media platforms that you would like to utilize. So one example is our COFO social media reporting that we did. So the delegate in charge was not familiar with Twitter. So instead of posting there, she reported in Facebook and on Instagram instead. So it's up to your delegates or your the members which social media platforms they're comfortable with, and then you can post from there. And then also the third thing that you should prepare is, or you talk about, is the credentials of our social media accounts. So obviously the credentials of our social media accounts are confidential. So you should ask the social media subcommission personally for that. And then the second thing that you should do is to have an established social media plan. We have a link for this, which I can show after the slide. So that document contains necessary information such as the event name, session titles, date, venue, team members, IFSA hashtags, and event delegation account and hashtag. So for the event name, for example, it's IFSS 2023 in Germany. You can name it that. And then in IFSS, we have many sessions, right? So usually what we do in social media reporting is that we divide our delegates to different sessions so that we can cover almost every event. It's impossible to cover every event because there are a lot, especially in delegations. So it's okay not to cover everything. Only the sessions that you think are important and you think are relevant for our followers on social media. And then the date for that session or for that event, the venue, where it took place. Team members, IFSA hashtags. So these are some examples. This is the default hashtag that we have. So it's hashtag IFSA.net. We have a long story why the dot is spelled out this way, but it's for another time. So when we submit our post, please make sure to include this. It's not required, but it would be great if we could include this hashtag. And hashtag IFSA at WFC 2021. That's just an example. IFSA at FSCGA, IFSA at CERM, IFSA at IFSS. So those are examples. And then if you're attending a delegation, please tag the organizer and then their event hashtag. So for example, when we attended the World Forestry Congress a few months ago, we would always tag FAO Forestry and then the event hashtag, which is WFC 2021. Or for example, IFSS 2022 in Chile, you should tag the account of the event, which is IFSS 2022 Chile, and then the hashtag. And then if it's possible, it's not really required, but it would be great if you could also include the information of the speakers, so that there would be more information to the post and maybe their credentials if you have time and if you have the energy to do that, that would be great. And then the third one is to provide a calendar guide on important dates before the event. So what we did before when we were delegates, we looked up the program, maybe days, 1 day or 2 days before the delegation or before the event. And then we planned on which days we'll be posting. Because like I said earlier, it's hard to post on the same day, but it would be great if you could do that. But most of the time, you won't be able to do that because of your delegation tasks and the millions of things that's happening during delegation. So providing a calendar would be more convenient for you and also the head of social media subcommission. And then the fourth one is to provide necessary information and publicity materials for posting prior to the event. So if you have posters of, for example, IFSS, you can send that to social media subcommission so that before the actual event itself, we can post something to remind people that this event is happening. Or if it's a delegation, if they have a poster, please send it. And again, it's not necessary, the publicity materials before, but yeah, it's just something that we want to improve in social media subcommission, is to do reminders before the event so that we have excitement leading up to the event itself. And then for the second part, which is during the event or delegation, the first one is to keep the social media head and commissioner updated with the progress of the event. So during COPO, what the delegate in charge did was she updated me with the post that she prepared during the day. So she told me that, Belle, I took pictures or posted the 3 stories today. I'll be sending more tomorrow, and I will prepare more posts in the future, something like that. So updating the subcommission will lead to a much more efficient communication and organization of the reporting. And then the second one is be mindful of time and date and make sure to post updates at the designated time. As much as possible, it would be great if you could post at the designated times, because like I said, what I keep saying, it's hard to attend the delegation and also do social media reporting. It's fine if you can't do it. You can just update the head and the commissioner that you won't be able to post this. You'll just post it tomorrow or maybe after the event. And then posting of event overview on the first day of the event, that's vital, I think. So during the first day, we should make a story or at least a post that, for example, we attended COP27 so that people know that we're there. And then they'll stay tuned to our stories to see what other sessions we're involved in. And then daily stories. This is, I think, an easy task for a delegate in charge or a member in charge, is to go to the IFSA Instagram account and just take a picture and then tag the event organizer in the hashtags. That's the least that you could do for one day, and then do it again tomorrow. And then the third one is updates on any sudden changes with regard to the event. So like I said earlier, if you cannot post today because of an urgent thing, or it's because you're busy during a delegation or event, that's totally fine. You can just update the social media head. And then for the third thing is to remember to write captions that will be included in the event post, include necessary hashtags and accounts to be tagged. Since I was the social media commission head before, people would usually just leave the picture and other information to me, but not the complete caption. So this would happen when they attended a delegation. So I'm not there, so I don't know the entire thing that happened. So it was hard for me to connect the dots and complete the caption. So like Al mentioned earlier, it would be easier for both the delegate head or the organizer, and then Kyle and Lau, which is our there are social media subcommission. It's easier for both parties to post. And then the fourth thing is to encourage other delegates or members to post about the event from their personal social media accounts. So the thing that we could do is during a delegation, the delegate in charge will post from the IFSA social media account. So for example, that's Instagram. They'll post from there, and then the other delegates that are with you, they could post from their social media accounts, and then we could just repost on the IFSA social media. So that way, we actually reach more people instead of the followers that we have in our IFSA account. So I hope that's clear. And then the default things to add is first the IFSA hashtags and the event or delegation account and hashtags. And then lastly, finally, the post event or delegation. So first is to provide a documentation link. This should be included in the social media planning document. So what we did in COFO a few months ago was that the delegate in charge of social media sent us a folder containing all the pictures. And then that folder, we just took the photos from there and edited those in our Canva and then posted it. So that's much easier instead of posting as individual photos every day. What would be great is if you could divide already the photos per day. So that's what Al did during IFSS when she was a volunteer for documentation. So what she did was there's one folder for the pictures, and then the pictures are divided per day, including the dates. So that's much easier for the Communication Commission to track and to post. And then provide the event summary report. I think this is now a requirement for the delegations and events. I'm not sure. Maybe the external counselor or membership counselor can clarify that. But usually at the end of the delegation, we post a final picture of the delegation or the event. And then we, in the caption or in the picture, we announce that there's an event summary report available. So that's what we did when Wenning and Faiha presented during the FSC General Assembly a few months ago. We posted after the event and then announced that they wrote an event summary report. And then make a copy of the file before making the event summary report. And then third is provide a schedule calendar if posting is more than one day. like we said earlier, calendars are key to social media reporting. And then fourth is coordinate with the head of design subcommission for the creation of templates for posts. So you can request through Commcomms 101 and say there that you want to have a social media card or cards for the posting after the event. That's all for the social media guidelines. Before we proceed to the next part, can we all open our cameras so we can take a picture before we all go our separate ways in the breakout rooms? So I hope you guys are still okay. Okay, please open your cameras. Okay, can someone else take the picture? How can you do that?
Wait, okay.
Okay.
Wait, I'm
great.
not sure.
Okay, I
Let
can
me
just
try.
take a backup picture in case.
Okay, since there are like 2 pages of the Zoom, I'll try. We'll keep just keep your smile. I don't know where you at. You don't know where page you at. Okay, first one, 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Another
let me
one,
save
please.
this. Let me save this first. Wait, I can't.
I took the first photo, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah, my laptop is lagging.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, second page. Please keep smiling. 1, 2, 3. Okay, amazing. Thank you guys. Beautiful faces. Thank you for opening your cameras. Okay, so thanks for the picture time. Now let's go to the breakout rooms I promised earlier. So the first breakout room is for external department. You guys will be discussing about the social media reporting during delegations, before the event, and during the event. So we can divide all the parts of the guidelines and distribute them more equally. And then for the second breakout room, that's dedicated for the membership department to discuss the social media reporting during IFSA meetings. But for them, it's the during the event and after the event, I think. So you can visit the Jamboard by typing this link or scanning the QR code, but I can also send you the link. So is the link already there? I can see. Okay, and
If they see the
then
link in the message box, it will be better because I'm using
Yep.
another devices. Yeah.
yes. Thank you, Al, and thank you, Bora, for the suggestion. I think the link has been sent already. I can see, but the breakout rooms are now open. Again, if you're from external, join breakout room 1, and then membership for breakout room 2. So see you guys.
And like, how long are we supposed to stay there? And like, are
Yeah.
we then coming back?
Yep, for 15 minutes. I'll be timing the session so I can remind
Okay.
you guys.
So see you later.
See you guys.
Hey guys, not everybody can access the Jamboard.
Oh, okay. Let me fix it quickly. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, it should be fine now. Let me know if you can't access it. And for Commcomms, please join any room you want. That's fine.
I think it's working now for me at least.
Okay, great.
The Jamboard works now, yeah.
Okay, thank you guys. Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's just wait for others to return to the main room before we start again. Okay, so are we all back? Not yet. Okay, so I guess most of us are here now. So welcome back again to our main room. We can now proceed to the group one, which is external department, to present their outcome. And I can share the Jamboard that you guys made. Wait. Okay. Here. Okay, so who is going to present for group one? Nicholas.
Okay, yeah, I can do it. Let me just fix the last posit that was, and let me put it order to the. Okay, so we were discussing about the feedback and the suggestions that how we can improve these delegations and their reporting social media. So we are agreed that is needed to make these delegates before the event aware about the delegation process and how are the tasks of this delegation in the event. For example, here in COFO, there are times and sessions in which the country members are discussing about the text that will be delivered at the end of the COP, and also side event with too many institutions that are having their own side events. So, for example, for COP is really needed to have clear who will be in each space. So the delegation can have responsibilities and also have this term of emails about the notification with the other social media subcommissions. Before the event, they can be agreed about the main platform that they will use for report the event. And also, for example, create a folder where the photos and documents could be uploaded before and during and after the event. Yeah, before the event, we can have this delegation workshop, and they could be have knowledge about how create good posts in each platform, and also have pure templates for this for make this publication. We have this idea about have a kind of task force, a small group of people that is responsible for the design and social media for each event. So each event can have this task force that include member of the delegation and also a person for the social media commission. This task force can have member for different regions. So in each time zone, we can, as association, we can be aware about what are the discussion that is taking place in the event. And another idea is use this quote system where we can take note about the opinions that deliver different authorities during the event, and then make quotes, for example, in Twitter, and tag these authorities, and then we can obtain, for example, more retweets and likes, and spread this important quote through the IFSA channels. I think that it's yeah, we mentioned this idea of having this workshop plan for these delegations. between the external department and Commcomms that can include other subcommissions and have this task force. So yeah, that is.
Thank you, Nicholas. Yeah, I really like the brainstorming session that the external department did, especially the which one is it? The workshops, because that's what we did before during the IFSS volunteer program. So it would be nice if we could do that also for delegations. So thank you, Group 1. Thank you, external department, for that. Let's now proceed to the second group, which is membership department. So who is going to present?
I will present the membership
Hi, Tim.
department. Hello, everyone. So it might look like we didn't do a lot of work, but we actually had a really good conversation. So our feedback was that we thought it was really good. There was loads of detail in there, and it was super useful to have guidance, because speaking for myself personally, I am a bit of a social media, like, I don't know, I want to say newbie, but like I don't really know how to, like, what information to include and when to post and what's a good idea, and I don't really understand reels. So it's good to have that like detail in there. So thank you very much for all your work, and we think it's great. However, because there's so much detail in there, it's really complex, and we think it's quite hard to hold all that in your head. So we thought that it might be useful if there's a way that it's sort of to get the guidelines summarized, or not summarized, but just having it in like a maybe reference in the IFSA meetings guidebook, which we're working on in the membership department. So we'll have it referenced there, and maybe even as a Google form, just sort of to make it a bit easier to handle. And also we thought it might help with task delegation, or it might be useful to help determine who's doing what task. So if you have a delegate, like who's in charge of doing what individual parts of the social media post. And then finally, it was Asbana. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but we talked about how when she worked, there was like an automatic reply when people emailed the Commcomms team, and it just sort of said, here's where you can make the request, and here's how you can find guidance to make your request in the right format. So it could be something that could help the Commcomms team. If you know you're going to get lots of emails about News Factory, you could have just an automatic reply, which is like, oh, hey, if you're writing about News Factory, here's our guidance on what format we need it in. Or maybe that could make something, or make your workload a bit easier by having an automatic reply. We're not sure exactly what that automatic reply would have in it, but it could be useful and something that Aspen has found useful in the past. And that was what we spoke about. I think that's our summary. And a big thanks to Commcomms team.
Thank you, Group 2. Thank you, Tim, for presenting. Yes, I agree with the automatic reply, though that's something I'm not sure how we can do, but I'm sure we can find a solution to that. Bora, thanks for the big sticky note. Thank you. Okay, so now we're done with the presentation. We can go back to the slide. Okay. Yeah, we're done. Thank you guys for joining. Do you guys have any questions for Al or for the other subcommission heads before we formally end? Now is the perfect time. If you have any questions or anything to say to Commcomms. Going once, going twice. Okay,
Yeah,
so I guess okay,
I have,
go.
yeah, no, that I will share with the social media commission, yeah, some links about the side events that FAO Forestry developed during the COP27. So maybe during next week or in 2 weeks, we can start to post this information with the link to the video and tags the person and authorities that was leading this site event. So I think it will be a a nice way to continue with this relation about the climate change, food crisis with the forestry, and also tag this forestry with which we are now again in conversations to sign an alliance, and hopefully we will have some news during at the end of the year or at the beginning of the next one. So yeah, that is. Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Nicholas. Yeah, Ao and I will relay that to Kyle because I don't think he's here now. But yes, thank you for that. So any other questions or comments before we end? Going once, going twice. Okay, so I guess not. Thank you guys for joining. This is a long workshop, so thank you for taking the time to join us for 1.5 hours. So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye
Goodbye.
to all. Yeah, take care.
Thanks.
Saludos a
Peace.
todos.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye.